Elite Facts presents
10 Scariest Haunted Hotels You Should Never Visit. Staying in a hotel can be a bit weird. Let's face it, you don't know who's been in that room before you, and you have no idea what went on in that room before your date of arrival. But there are hotels that have some fairly dark pasts that are common knowledge to the public. So dark, in fact, that people believe there are spirits who inhabit these locations. So here are 10 haunted hotels you wouldn't want to visit. Unless, of course, you're a ghost chaser, in which case, by all means, go ahead and enjoy your stay. Chelsea Hotel, New York City. First up on this list, we have a hotel which has been at various points home to the likes of Patti Smith, Andy Warhol, Jackson Pollock, and Madonna. Many believe that there are 2 residents who still haunt the halls. The hotel had been closed down for renovations since around 2011, but it opened back up in 2016 under the Chelsea Hotel Group moniker, and former tenants and employees have long noted paranormal activity surrounding the ghosts of Sid Vicious, who was accused of killing his girlfriend while they lived there, and Dylan Thomas, whose dedicated plaque on the outside of the building reads, quote, "Dylan Thomas lived and wrote at the Chelsea Hotel, and from here he sailed out to die." The Marshall House, Savannah, Georgia. Next up, we have a truly creepy hotel located in one of the most haunted cities in the United States, the Marshall House, which allegedly holds the spirits of Civil War-era patients from when it was used as a hospital. Multiple sources claim to have seen ghosts and spirits wandering around hallways and foyers, as well as other creepy occurrences like faucets randomly turning on, sans any human touch. Langham Hotel, London, England. The Langham Hotel is said to be England's first grand hotel. This 5-star location has hosted a number of distinguished guests, ranging from the likes of legendary author Mark Twain to prolific writer Oscar Wilde. Unfortunately, people don't really remember this location for the writers who previously stayed here. It's the spooky stuff that's accumulated over 149 years that puts the hotel on this list, including a German prince who leapt to his death from a window before World War I, and a man who killed his wife and then himself on their honeymoon. Other spirits who have been spotted on these grounds include the likes of Napoleon III, who spent some of his exile in the Langham, a man with a bloody gash on his face, and various butlers and footmen. Room 333 is said to be the most haunted of all the rooms in London's most haunted hotel. Ballygalley Castle Hotel, Ballygalley, Northern Ireland. Next up, we head over to Northern Ireland to have a look at the Ballygalley Castle Hotel. This former castle is haunted by Isabella Shaw, Lady of the Castle in 1625. According to the legend that surrounds this castle, Lord Shaw locked her in a room and starved her following the birth of their daughter. The reason for this cruel punishment was because he wanted a male heir rather than a daughter. Lady Shaw met her end while attempting to escape. Today, more than 400 years later, she still roams the premises in search of the child she never got to meet. Her room has been recreated and turned into the Ghost Room, which is open to visitors. Elvie Farm, Pluckly, England. Next up, we head back to the United Kingdom to take a look at Elvie Farm. So in general, Pluckly is the, quote, most haunted village in England, at least according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Elvie Farm, a dairy farm built in 1406 and subsequently turned into a bed and breakfast in the 1980s, sits at the center of all things supernatural in Pluckly. Ergo, it must be the most haunted hotel in England. Robert Dubois, who ended his life there, has claimed the guest lounge as his favorite haunt, while farmer Edward Brett, who passed away in 1900, has staked his territory in the former dairy, his last words of "I will do it" echoing through the room. On top of this, there's also an unknown man ghost in military garb who resides in the barn, the so-called Red Lady bemoaning her dead child in the graveyard, and the White Lady who haunts the church. Seems these ghosts are quite Reservoir Dogs-like. Taj Mahal Hotel, Mumbai, India. Next up, we head to Mumbai in India to take a look at the Taj Mahal Hotel. Now, in general, India is certainly no stranger to spiritualism and mysticism, and Mumbai's Taj Mahal Hotel is no exception. According to multiple sources, this hotel is inhabited by the spirit of W.A. Chambers, an English engineer who was part of the team that erected the building in 1903. He created the blueprints for the building, then took a trip back to his home in the United Kingdom, and when he returned, he found that the hotel was built facing the opposite direction than the way he had designed it. Distraught at the idea of his vision being botched, he ended his life and continues to safeguard the structure he loved so dearly. Akasaka Mansion, Tokyo, Japan. Next up, we have the Akasaka Mansion in Tokyo, Japan. It's common knowledge that ancestors and spirits are dearly respected in Japanese culture, and visitations from ancestors are usually welcomed. But not at Akasaka Mansion, where the ghosts are undoubtedly tortured and their origins in the living world remain unknown. Multiple witnesses who've stayed at Building 1 have reported feeling fingers running through their hair and over their privates, being pinned down to the mattress, getting pushed and dragged from their beds, and having their backs scratched raw. There is also a cool white mist that hovers at the ceiling and travels through the air vents. This is pretty damn creepy, considering the sheer volume of people who have reported similar experiences while living in this hotel. Dragsholm Castle, Jorve, Denmark. Next up, we have the Dragsholm Castle in Jorve, Denmark. The Danish castle was built in the early 1200s and was home to many knights, kings, and nobles. Since then, this castle has been converted into a hotel. There have been reports that the castle is haunted by a peculiar trio: the Grey Lady, the White Lady, and James Hepburn, the Earl of Bothwell, who was captured by the Danes and kept in the cellar. The Grey Lady is a rarely seen former maid who continues to check in on the order of things. It is said that the White Lady was the daughter of a former castle owner who was imprisoned by her father for having a clandestine love affair, and she now listlessly wanders the halls. The Earl of Bothwell, now freed from his cellar prison yet unable to leave, has allegedly been heard and seen riding his horse through the courtyard at night. The Queen Mary, California. Now transformed into a hotel, the RMS Queen Mary is an ocean liner that used to sail the North Atlantic Ocean from 1936 to 1967, before it was purchased by the city of Long Beach in California. The most haunted area of the ship is the engine room, where a 17-year-old sailor was crushed to death trying to escape a fire. Knocking and banging has been heard on the pipes around the door, and these noises have been recorded by numerous people. In what is now the front desk area of the hotel, visitors have seen the ghost of a, quote, lady in white. Ghosts of children are also said to haunt the ship's pool. Fairmont Banff Springs Hotels, Banff, Canada. Oh, come on, look at this place. It has haunted written all over it. It looks like a modern mashup between Dracula's castle and an insane asylum. Located high in the Canadian Rockies, the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel calls to mind a beautiful medieval castle in the wilderness. The Fairmont management adamantly denies any ghostly activity, but stories abound. One spirit frequently witnessed is that of a bride allegedly killed in a tragic accident right before walking down the aisle. The other, far more whimsical tale involves an elderly bellhop named Sam Macaulay. Sam so adored the hotel that after he passed, he continued to work there. Guests report a white-haired bellhop helping them, only to vanish before they have a chance to tip him. And that's our list. Did we leave any out? Well, let us know in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.